Developing tonight, the Buncombe County Commission weighs in on removal of the Vance Monument from Pack Square in downtown Asheville.
Commissioners voted unanimously to accept a city-county task force recommendation that the high-profile tribute to a local slave owner needs to be taken down. News 13's Frank Crocker joins us live. Frank, what's the next step?
Well, tonight was the county's turn, and Asheville is coming up next. Now, this monument's actually on city property, so whether it stays or goes, it's not a done deal. The 65-foot stone obelisk was designed by Biltmore Estate architect William Sharp Smith, erected in 1896 in honor of Weaverville native Zebulon Vance. Vance was a Civil War officer, governor, and U.S. senator. He also owned slaves. The monument built in his name became a flashpoint for local protest following the Minneapolis police killing of George Floyd and the emergence of the Black Lives Matter movement. It was repeatedly vandalized, shrouded until that cover blew off, then officially declared a symbol of systemic racism which threatened public safety. Now came the opportunity to hear from the public. Social distance, comments by phone. Only a half dozen people participated.
Monument is down. It's your fault.
All those who spoke asked that the obelisk not be removed, some for architectural reasons.
The obelisk form is universal. It is uplifting. It points to the heritage. It's aspirational.
Others in favor of preserving heritage and history.
It is silly to judge historical figures by so-called enlightened modern standards.
Generations of African Americans have suffered and continue to suffer from the policies that started in Vance's time.
That caller lashed out against Vance, what he was all about, but also talked about the need to remember the past. She suggested using money saved from the cost of removal and putting it toward the local reparation effort. She also had an idea for repurposing something she actually opposes.
I would suggest adding a plaque to the monument that specifically describes the history of the monument itself, stating that the city of Asheville denounces the actions of Zebulon Vance and what the city is doing to try to remedy systemic racism now.
The matter goes before City Council tomorrow night, and we just checked in with Mayor Esther Mannheimer, who tells News 13, quote, "We will vote to accept the task force recommendation to remove, and then direct staff to do due diligence on the cost and logistics of removal and possible replacement. There will be more votes," end quote.
Over the past few weeks, Mission Health doubled its hospitalization rate.
Today's numbers show the system has 86 lab-confirmed positive COVID-19 patients.
News 13's Stephanie Santastasi talked with doctors who were concerned about another expected jump.
We spoke with the chief medical officer here at Mission today. He says he doesn't want anyone to panic, but he also wants to make one thing clear, that people need to be taking the rise in numbers here seriously. Although it's quiet from the outside, it's been busy here on the inside for staff for the past 9 months.
Our numbers at Mission Health and throughout the 18-county region have seen a parallel increase.
Just today, Mission Hospital reported 68 COVID-19 patients hospitalized in Asheville.
Over the last 2 to 3 weeks, we've essentially doubled those numbers.
There were 3 hospitalized at Angel Medical Center, 10 at Blue Ridge Regional Hospital, and 5 at Mission Hospital McDowell.
Are resources strained at this time?
I wouldn't say it's strained, but I wouldn't at the same time say that we have, an infinite amount of resources going forward. We've got to get this under control, and the best method that we have right now is for the community to be diligent and protect each other.
Other hospitals seeing similar increases.
Currently at Advent Health, we have 5 patients in the hospital with COVID-19.
And over at Pardee, staff reports they have 13. A busy, stressful time for all healthcare workers, although many emphasize they have not reached capacity.
Our ICU is busy right now, but we have a total of 6 ventilators on a normal day. Right now, we have 3 ventilators available.
10 to 20% of our patients who are on ventilators, or of our capacity on ventilators, are COVID patients.
Both doctors say the biggest concern for them is that they don't believe we've even seen the Thanksgiving increase yet, and they worry what will happen when they do.
That rate of rise is what's most concerning. That rate of increase is not sustainable, and we have to get out in front of this, and that's up to the community to help us with that.
For the latest hospitalization numbers at most of our hospitals across Western North Carolina, you can find those on our website, WLOS.com.
Icy roads will be the biggest issue for most out of this latest round of wintry weather.
News 13's Karen Wynn is live at the Visitor Center in Madison County near the Tennessee line. And Karen, how are things looking right now?
Right now, just very wet and cold. Not a whole lot in the way of snow, just a little bit of light snow falling now. But all the roads are wet and with temperatures falling into the lower 20s tonight. DOT workers remind anyone that does need to be out on the roads that travel could get slippery. Overall, the snow amounts that we saw, again, were very light compared to last week. And this is the scene at Wolf Laurel late in the morning. Light snow, wet roads, and plenty of fog. Another round of light snow with a little more wind blew through the same area mid-afternoon. About the time these two guys were going to try to move a homeowner off the mountain.
Using extreme caution, just with temperatures being freezing. And crews will be treating roads, but they obviously can't be everywhere at once.
Johnson says DOT workers will be working around the clock to keep the roads safe. Now, if you do have to be out on the roads during any time tonight, and you can see the winds just picked up. Our lights blowing around right there. Very windy, very cold, very slick. You're advised to take it a little slower than normal and leave plenty of space between you and other vehicles.
Good morning. I'm Katie Killen. Henderson County Commissioners are meeting today. They will discuss a proposed construction project at Blue Ridge Community College. Commissioners are hosting a public hearing on the topic. That hearing is being held at the historic courthouse on Main Street. It begins at 5:30 this evening. Today, Buncombe County Commissioners are expected to vote on the future of the Vance Monument. That comes after a task force appointed by the Commission and Asheville City Council recommended removal of the controversial monument from Pack Square. Asheville City Council will discuss the monument again tomorrow. State troopers make an arrest in a deadly crash. Carter Van Hoos is charged with felony hit and run, leading to serious injury and death. It's in connection to what happened Saturday night off of Piscaview Road near Sivert Way. Officers who responded to the scene say the vehicle was traveling northbound when they say Van Hoos struck and killed Robert Palmore, who was in the roadway. Van Hoos then reportedly left the scene. Now here's Ingrid with your Skywatch forecast.
All right, a winter day, at least winter weather for some of you. Winter weather advisory is for above 3,500 feet, and it's for these counties in purple. The Tennessee bordered ones include Swain County, Haywood, Madison, Yancey, Mitchell, and Avery. This is all day today and into early tomorrow. So some light snow accumulation. Again, mostly it's going to be above 3,500 feet. Some of that snow could drift down into the valleys, but not a lot of snow will likely accumulate in lower elevations. Temperatures today will stay chilly in the 30s and 40s. It will be windy as well, so some of that snow that does fall will be blowing around. Now, that cold weather early tomorrow means slick roadways early Tuesday, dry and milder by midweek. Have a wonderful day.
A daredevil pulls off a death-defying stunt to spread holiday cheer. I'm Jay Siltzer. This is your morning cup of Jay. A man from England travels to Spain to complete a jaw-dropping stunt. It took 40 minutes for George King to climb up and down a 30-story building. He completed the climb without ropes or safety equipment. King is a 20-year-old free climbing champion. He hoped this stunt would put smiles on people's faces across the globe. The world's first commercially printed Christmas card is hitting the auction block. It was originally marketed back in 1843. It's being sold through a Boston-based book dealer and is expected to go for $25,000. The card was considered controversial when it was first released. Critics say it promoted alcohol consumption during a religious holiday. The Grove Park Inn is hosting its annual gingerbread competition. Because of the pandemic, this year's contest moved online. As a result, organizers are slowly releasing the list of winners. This is the second runner-up in the adult category. The gingerbread sculpture is called Sequestered. The top cookie creation will be announced later this week. That's your morning cup of Jay. Have a great day.